everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nia, and today we are going to be going on an adventure to the Baltics! Yes, and Finland. So I actually went to Lithuania, which is part of the Baltics, in the over like winter time. So I'm not going to be going this time. So if you're interested in Lithuania, I'll put a little card up here so you can watch my vlog on that. So we're going to go to Latvia and we're going to go to Estonia, and then we're going to finish up in Finland. So if you're interested in watching that, just keep watching.
Out there for Mother's Day.
Our book for Latvia is Soviet Milk. I chose this one because one thing that's really fascinating for me about Eastern Europe and Central Europe was that they were under Soviet control for a period of time. Especially after living in Ukraine, I became really interested and fascinated in Soviet control and the Soviet Union and kind of what that was like for those people that lived there. And so I chose Soviet Milk. I actually I got it as a gift from my boyfriend when we were at the Occupation Museum in Lithuania. So the Occupation Museum is really just more information about what the occupation was like for Latvians. And one of the things that I found the most interesting, just a side note about that museum, was the fact that not only do they talk about the Soviet Union and what the Soviet Union did to the Latvian people, but also about collaborators, which I think is really, really, really important when you're considering Nazi Germany time, or if you're talking about the Soviet Union, because collaborators were the local people that worked with these governments to punish their fellow citizens. So if, for example, if they lived in Russia, they were probably sent to like the gulags, or maybe punished in some way, like they got their rations cut or something. So I think it's really important to mention those people because they were also part of the problem. But I got this one, which I thought was really interesting because this book follows a daughter and her mother. And her mother is a doctor in the Soviet Union, and she goes off to study in Moscow and is doing, I think she's doing like gynecology work, something along those lines. And her daughter is in Latvia with her grandparents. And then basically what happens is that the mom, she ends up getting in trouble with the Soviet Union. Even though she's a like well-established doctor, she gets in trouble with the Soviet Union, and then she's basically exiled and not able to practice medicine in the big cities anymore. So in Moscow or in Riga or in other places like that. So she's forced to go to rural Latvia in order to find work. So this kind of follows the journey of the mother and the daughter as they experience that, and they experience the trauma from the Soviet Union, as well as once they're sent into exile, what that experience is like for them. So I thought it was really great and really interesting. So I hope that you enjoy this one. It has a little bit of Latvian history, which I thought was really awesome. And I'm about halfway through so far, and it is so good. So far, so good. So I hope you like it. And we are off to explore Catherine the Great's Winter Palace. In Estonia, our book is called The Man Who Spoke Snakish, and I chose this particular book because the capital city of Estonia is called Tallinn, and it is actually a very well-preserved medieval town. So I thought, how interesting would it be to not only visit this medieval gorgeous town, but then to choose a book that is focused on or like set in the medieval period. So that's why I chose The Man That Spoke Snakish. And in this book, it's about like this boy, and he is from a hunter-gatherer family in the medieval period in Estonia, and he knows this language called Snakish, which is a language that is becoming extinct. And with this language, he's actually able to talk to animals. But he is having troubles because he is the only one that really knows this language, and a lot of the animals, they know it, but it's kind of a forgotten language for them as well. So it's this really fun, magical adventure from what I've seen of the book so far, and it just seems really exciting because why not pair a medieval period with a medieval city? We are exploring a Finnish island. Hi everyone, and welcome to Finland. We are here on a magical island, so I figured what better way than to talk about our book for Finland. So the book is called The Summer Book. It is by Tove Jansson, and it is about a beautiful story between a grandmother and her 6-year-old daughter as they come to an isolated island and they learn about each other's fears, whims, and loves. So it sounds like a great book and I'm excited to read it. Don't forget to hit like and